You know who's interesting to me is Paul. Paul's doing very well out in Iowa, and I don't think that's going to thrill a lot of the Republican establishment.
I'm sorry, but this Ron Paul is going to destroy this party if they keep if this is nuts on parade. The media loves this guy as nuts on parade. They want the whole Republican Party to be identified with the kookiness of Ron Paul. Hey, let Iran get nukes. It's our fault anyway. 1979 happened because they weren't minding our own business. That audience goes nuts. Oh, my gosh. What am I watching here? Oh, look who's on Fox. Oh, there he is outside the ice cream stand. Good old Ron Paul. Yeah, that's what we need. More of that.
Here we have total contributions by active duty military personnel by the candidate. Herman Cain, $6,223. Now remember, these numbers are coming from reports that may be, if anything, overstating these numbers at this point. But Mitt Romney, not even coming up to Cain there for active duty military contributions, $5,000. Michelle Bachmann, bit of a late start this round. Okay, $2,550. Newt Gingrich, whose campaign is imploding. I don't know if that was by accident there. $1,025. Pawlenty, all of $250 from active duty military. Rick Santorum, $250 also. Gary Johnson, sadly, none for his position. Total there of those other candidates, so to speak, $15,398. Sure sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Well, there's one other candidate who you might have noticed. Well, I don't know if you're watching the mainstream media. You might not have noticed that he was omitted from that list. Let's see, how much did Ron Paul get in this last quarter from active duty military? Oh my gosh, $36,739.79. No surprise, actually, that this was the case, far outstripping all other Republican presidential candidates put together, as was the case 4 years ago. But let's see, let's compare this to, who's the other guy running for president in 2012? Oh yeah, $28,833.99 for the president himself.
This is nuts on parade. The media loves this guy as nuts on parade.
Don't you remember Rush Limbaugh, the great blowhard himself, Rush Limbaugh, when he was finally caught a few years ago for being a water boy for the Republicans, was forced to admit on his own show, in his own words, when he said, "I've been a water carrier for the Republicans, but I will no longer be so." Do you recall that particular confession of his? So he said that, and then, of course, the Bush bots and the Rush bots rushed back behind him and said, "You see, he's an independent." But now, all of a sudden, he's putting that behind himself, and he is doing it all over again. He has always been, in my opinion, a frontman for the mainstream check-pants Republican establishment, which is how this talentless hack got where he is.